Welcome to She Gets It Podcast. What's good? All right, y'all. So I did this show a while back on stereo with my guy Jay. OG Dungeon was good. We will be doing another show tomorrow for Friday. And I'm just chopping up and re-releasing this show. I hope you guys enjoy it. It's talking about good guys versus bad guys. Um, you know, some tips, some words of advice, some personal experience, and all that shit. So, with that being said, I hope you enjoy. Because what we're not going to do is act like this was never shared. I got y'all with a part one and a part two. Enjoy.
For a while, but I had to pick this topic because, as you know, during our last encounter, um, this kind of came up in the middle of
Yeah.
it. uh, I was like, yeah, that's definitely a topic for a whole nother session. And I had to review some things with the fellas this week, to get their opinion on this situation
Mm-hmm.
and how they feel about it. You know what I mean? So I was like, all right, I got some opinions and views. And now I got my arsenal ready. So I'm sure you've dealt with this just in the dating scene and with men you've encountered in your life. So I kind of wanted to get your visuals on what the first question I had for you is really what do you feel is the difference between a nice guy and a good guy? We're not even gonna get to the bad guy yet. What
Okay.
would you the difference between a nice guy and a good guy?
Okay. So good guys, they come off harmless. They're
Mm-hmm,
they make they give you the illusion that they are reliable. Um,
mm-hmm,
they make you feel sure about whatever they say because they're always appropriate, and it's like the standard, right? And
yeah,
they're work safe and they're family safe, but they don't know their limits on doing too much as far as you're being too nice. Why are you giving me all of that? Why are you doing so much? You don't even know me. And it's kind of like, okay, you get this vibe like you can take advantage of them because they're not giving you any limitations.
yeah.
Um, what's the other one you said? You said good guys and
A nice guy.
okay, so a nice guy is like polite, but he's reserved. He doesn't give you too much. He has like an innate boundary where this is enough of this. I don't have to open the door for her, pay for what she's buying, follow her around the store, protect her while she's in the store. It's like you're gonna open the door, you're gonna say, you're welcome, have a great day, and that's gonna be that. Even if you see her in the store, you're not gonna force a conversation that doesn't have to be there. And I feel like nice guys are like, oh, he's nice. Like he doesn't do too much. He doesn't make me feel like he's a weirdo because he's always, coming on to me. He always trying to, he thinks like every moment is an opportunity to say something amazing. Like he's giving me my face. And that's the
Yeah,
difference. And sometimes good guys are really nice guys, but because they haven't found their balance,
yeah.
they get used.
See, now that's I'm glad to hear the explanation from woman because the males told me that the nice guy is actually that guy.
Mm-mm.
So guys were saying if you're a nice guy, you're probably gonna get used because you're the soft one. They're like you could be a good guy, have your shit together and all that, and women still fuck with you because a good guy has his limits. You know what I mean? Like he knows what he'll take, knows what he'll deal with, blah blah blah. But he's also responsible, got his life together, and will treat a woman right. The nice guy is that guy who doesn't really have the confidence, but he's soft. He'll kind of be like, he's a little timid when it comes to talking to y'all and all that. But he's not the one. He's the one that literally finishes last because he doesn't say the right things when he needs to say it. He doesn't come off as confident. And we know y'all like confidence. You know
You
what I
know,
mean?
I never separate the good guys and the nice guys.
Oh, ha.
The
See?
good guys are the nice guys are the good guys. They look good
Got
on paper, but it's very slim to none that you have chemistry automatically with a nice guy.
Yeah. So then we have to throw this at the audience. Y'all see what the topic is tonight. Is there a difference between a good guy and a nice guy? You know, this is for the males and females. Give your opinion, shout us out, let us know what you're thinking. And obviously we're gonna get into the pros and cons of dating a good guy versus the bad guy, because this is popular in these streets, especially in these stereo streets, and we want to see how y'all feel about it. So make sure you follow myself and She Gets It our pod and
Yeah.
contribute. You know what I mean? What are we saying over there?
No, I was saying, yeah, I was agreeing.
Gotcha. All right. Let's play these messages we got up front and early real quick. Then we'll get back to it.
If you had anywhere to live in the world for free, where would you live?
All right. Nice and early. The children leave their messages immediately, which is ridiculous. Like, they come in the room before everything gets started and be like, I would like to know who your favorite cartoon character is. Get your ass
Right,
out of here.
right.
First to the teacher ass, motherfucker.
See, I always thought the difference between a nice guy and a good guy was, with a good guy, he's a good guy. Meaning he's not a pervy, he's not weird, he's not stalkerish. But a nice guy, to me at least, is when a man or a guy tries to be nice. In a sense, like, they're texting a woman, like, on Tinder or something, and they're like, oh, this and that, and you're so pretty, you're so nice, and really wish you'd get to meet you. And then when the first time she rejects him, he's like, well, fuck you, you're fat, you're ugly, and everything like that. And nice guys, to me, honestly seem very pathetic.
Okay. That's what I've been hearing from the male point of view. The nice guys are the pathetic ones. Let's keep getting these messages real quick before we get caught up.
Nice guys are the bad guys.
Okay.
My best advice would be, and I don't mean this in a derogatory or mean way, but everything you say before the word but is negated once you say the word but. So, but don't worry about what a woman wants. Don't worry about. Think about it. If someone doesn't like you because you're respectful, they're really fucking dumb.
Yeah.
So literally worry about working on yourself and let the women come to you. And this good guy, nice guy, bad guy bullshit won't matter. I think men put too many airs and play too many games with it, and 90% of the time the woman don't know what the fuck she want anyway.
Woo!
Okay. Hey, I hear them, but the problem is, what I've been getting from these conversations really is that the bad guy's popping. We haven't gotten to that yet. See, so Mr. Man, I'm gonna need you to hold on to that energy and come back in a little bit when you hear some more of these comments, because the bad guy's popping out in these streets.
This is my thing with nice guys and good guys.
Mm-hmm.
I need balance. I need to know that you can tell me no without second guessing your no. I need to know that I can earn the fact that you're being nice to me or you're giving me something instead of you just giving me things all the time, because that is how I bond with people. Like, I want to feel like I've earned your trust. I want to feel like I've earned you buying me whatever you're buying me, because I'm not a girl that you need to doll up. You need to give me money every time you see me. You need to buy me a lavish gifts. Like, that means nothing to me. And if I see that you do that, I'm gonna feel like you're buying me or you're buying my time, and then I'm gonna be turned off.
So, do you feel that only nice guys do that, or the bad guy? I feel like can do that too if he got some money on him.
Bad guys can do that, but bad guys are going to have limits and be like, I'm not with that shit. I'm not doing that. But they'll say it in a disrespectful manner instead of saying, no, I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? They too don't know how to balance, but it's like you have to get somebody. For me, I would like somebody in the middle where they don't have to be disrespectful, they don't have to be loud, but they were heard and they were understood and they're respected.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, audience, y'all here. Let us know what you're thinking about these. We're just doing good guy versus nice guy right now. We haven't added you bad guys in yet. I know it's a bunch of you bad motherfuckers out there. We definitely gonna get to y'all tonight, but right now we're just trying to figure out the difference between a nice guy and a good guy. Let's hit some of these more of these messages real quick.
I think when it comes to nice guys, they it's not just being nice. It's like actively taking part in being nice. Like those creepy nice guys are the ones that really try like way too hard, and like in the end they're just not being themselves. You know, they think that if I do these things, if I act nice, if I change myself and I do things that I probably wouldn't regularly do, then she'll like me. But then in the end, you can never have a relationship with a person like that because you can only keep that facade up for so long before it falls away. And then what do you got? Just a fucking liar.
Failure, that's facts. I definitely agree with Failure said that. That sounds pretty accurate.
You see, man, like me, I'm a bad guy, right? But but at the same time, I'm a good guy. I'm a bad guy though, as in like, I've done my shit, did some time, but I mean, I learned from my mistakes. But I mean, I treat my woman nice. I, caress her, get her gifts, love her, but I mean, like, what do you mean, like, good guy, bad guy? Like, in what way?
Okay, JR. What we not gonna do is play the fence tonight. You gonna be one of the other, brother. So basically, if you're a bad guy, you can be a bad guy who does good things. You know what I mean? But you got to accept that you're a bad guy. A bad guy knows that he's a bad guy. There's a whole bad guy swag. There's a bad guy background. There's a bad guy way of life. And it trust me, it's been working because these females out here, a lot of them be loving these bad guys. So if you're not sure if you're a bad guy, you're probably a good guy or a nice guy. And you gotta go figure out through those two. What do you think? How do you feel about playing the fence, Shandy? Are you like, nah, you wanted the other, or you can be both?
I like directness. I don't like anybody to play the fence. I don't want the way that I met you today be completely different 3 months from now. I want it to be consistent. And I'm about reciprocation. Like, I'm not going to allow you to be, amazing to me, and I'm not going to be amazing to you back. But at the same time, everybody doesn't deserve your niceness up front. That's the world.
Yeah. And I think Failure had it right. The nice guy is almost like a facade if that's not really what you are. You know what I mean? It's you trying to pretend to be something or doing things you wouldn't normally do to get the female's attention. So at the end of the day, it's not going to stick because there won't be any consistency with it. If you don't open her door or open doors for her, open the car door or pull out her chair, but you do it on the first night, she's going to be like, well, what the hell happened after this first night date? Now I'm opening my own door. He's slamming doors in my face. He ain't got a car no more. Like, it'll be a lot of stuff happening that changes with the nicest. I never thought about it like that, but I feel like that was a pretty good answer as far as the nice guy difference.
Don't start nothing you can't keep up.
Exactly. If you can't be, guys, hear that. If you can't be consistent with these women, don't start things you cannot continue to do. That also includes financially, especially.
Yeah.
Like, especially financially. Get to more of these messages.
There's a lot of bad guys out here that think that they're good guys and they fucking suck. And they try to come off as like they're like the greatest fucking guys in the world. And they fucking is a piece of fucking shit is what they are. So there's a lot of people out here say, oh, good guys run after whores. You try to wife whores, and then when she play you, oh, women don't know what they want. Women is bitter. Well, that's why you run after fucking whores. So please.
Okay. So do we really feel like the good guys are after the whores?
Good guys want the woman that everybody wants, right? And what's so crazy is the quote unquote bad guy knows the woman that everybody want ain't shit unless she has things, unless she can buy things and have the things that make her look like shit, right? And eventually somebody always gets tired of the woman that's fine from head to toe that everybody wants because she comes with a lot of bullshit. Yes. And the reality is you want someone that knows what the life is like to have everything, but knows the value in having someone of value. And that is the balance. So good guys, until they get to know that, hey, I don't need the woman that's the loudest. I don't need the woman that wears the tightest, most revealing shit in order to be a good woman. That's when you find the woman you need.
So we saying the good guy is confused until he gets the experience by watching the bad guy win? Is that what we're looking at?
No, the good guy gets the great woman when he learns his lesson.
Okay.
From being used and burnt enough from the women that he needs. Gotcha.
All right. So you good guys out there, we want to hear your experiences because we know y'all been fucked over. You know what I mean? From a personal experience as well. Like the good guy does get fucked over, but the good guy does learn his lesson. I feel like the nice guy won't learn the lesson, because he's already pretending. So he just pretending to be something and he getting used and abused and thinks that's one in the million and just go on the next and get used and abused again. But the good guy be like, oh, that's what we got going on in these streets? Well, fuck out of here. I ain't playing with that shit.
Men always love to say this. You know what? If I was a woman and I had a pussy, I'd never be broke. You know what I'm saying? Right? And then when you come across a woman that's never broke and always has money, but you don't see her going to work, you don't see her working hard, you don't see her hustling, but she always got someone calling her or she always on vacation. Y'all like to bash that woman about not doing for herself and using men around her. So which one is it? You can't crucify her from having game and using it the right way and getting the things she wants for the least amount of work. It has to be some balance. And I don't agree with women who use men to look a certain way or come off like she has and she didn't work for it. I'm all for being a woman that puts in effort, but there has to be some balance. Just because I have a pussy doesn't mean I'm going to use my pussy to leverage men's pockets.
Yeah. And you're 100% right there. Instagram will show it all, where you will be certain females and be like, I don't never see you go to work ever. But you always on vacation. You always got the newest bag. You know what I mean? You got the dopest clothes. You always at the most expensive places. Well, how are you acquiring these things? So now the men, we would have to ask these questions to men. How do you feel about dating these my fans only females that have this going on? And that's their way of living, because that's going to be some of the quality women that are out here probably looking for these bad guys. And you good guys probably, in my opinion, shouldn't step into that territory. That's just what that's my personal opinion. But I want to get back to these messages before we delve into that.
The good girls is left to the bad guys. The bad guys manipulate the fuck out the good girls, gaslight them, treat them horribly, and now she thinks there's no good guys out there. So that's what's going on.
I hear you. We're definitely going to put a pin in that and get back to that comment.
Look, all a bad guy is just a guy who's come to the end of himself, who has learned from his collective life experiences. Like, you could say I became the bad guy when I stopped giving a fuck. Doesn't mean I became an asshole, but it's like, look, bitch, if you don't like me and I say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir, I don't care. And people feel that air of confidence. You know what I'm saying? I have a 9-to-5 white collar 6-figure job. I'm not no thug. I have investments. God, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I don't give a fuck if she doesn't feel me, because somebody else will. That is what they call the bad guy. But really, I call it the guy that's just confident and who grew the fuck up and stopped giving a damn. That's what the bad guy is, if you want to call it that. So, yeah.
Okay, Mr.
Yeah, Mr. Man, I feel you. Only I'm going to disagree on that. That's the good guy after he's gained experience.
Yes.
Because we're going to get to who the bad guy is. You haven't heard who the bad guy is yet. There's more to the bad guy, and it usually don't have to do with having no six-figure salary in the job working legally. So let's not, we're not going to get a bad guy, but so much good stuff. You can, I have mastered the art of not giving a fuck personally, if you really want to know. And I will put myself in the good guy spectrum, but I perfected not giving a fuck about what somebody thinks, male or female. So I wouldn't put that as a bad guy feature. That's, in my opinion, just personal confidence and understanding that you know your value as a human being and, know what your worth is and how you were to be treated, good or bad. But I wouldn't give that only to the bad guy, because the good guy, definitely being a smarter person, should know what his value is and he shouldn't be treated a certain way and shouldn't be valuing these worthless people that are out here doing this fuck shit and each other while playing them out. What do you think, Sharon?
I think that is completely correct. Good guys, their cons are they overthink things. To me, true love isn't always logical. They think attraction is 1 + 1 = 2. That's not what it is. And they are busy listening to everyone else about what women want instead of just meeting a woman and taking it for who she is to find out for themselves. You're going to find out that a lot of people are wrong because all women are not the same.
Yeah, these are facts. Let's get back to these messages.
And nah. Let's talk about when we have these conversations, the onus is always on the guys. But I say these women quit going out here getting pregnant, having 2 or 3, 5 kids by a nigga who you knew who he was when you met him, and then you want a good nigga. Stop it. You're fucking lame. And that shit's so unattractive. So a lot of women play themselves. That's why I say to guys, stop giving a fuck. Don't even ask this question. Just be you. And if you're confident, bro, they will come. They have to.
Yeah. Mr. Man, you get it. you definitely, Mr. Man, you listen, you're a good guy. You went through the bullshit and now you're tired of it. And you figured everything out and you're good to go. I definitely see where you're at, because you remind me of myself. When I was on
when they focus on their career, they focus on being good to themselves, taking care of themselves, and then they focus on just setting themselves and their families up later on, the woman always comes.
Exactly. That's the whole thing, is like, you get yourself established, and then that's what, like, even when we were talking about previously, what my beliefs are with these broke dudes dating, I'm like, that's not an activity that you should be doing as a broke male. You know what I mean? Stop asking these women to house you. Stop asking these women to pay for dinner when you went out on a date. Stop, trying to live with them immediately, like the first night, with the sob story about how everything is going wrong for you and the white man trying to keep you down. Shut up. You're broke. You shouldn't be dating. Get your life together and to get yourself established, and then get out in these streets and try and court.
Can you say that again? If you are broke and your career is not where it needs to be, you do not deserve to date.
You do not deserve to date. As I've said previously, sexual activity and recreational dating is for men who have their shit together. Not for broke dudes with multiple baby mamas who ain't doing shit for themselves and homeless motherfuckers. This is a retreat from the workplace for the male who's like, I had a hard week. And, I wish I had a person of the opposite sex or of the same sex nowadays to do this with and have a good time with. And they should be able to do that because they've been responsible. How are you not going to be responsible, ain't doing shit with yourself, and then still think you deserve to go out and be fucking and having a good time with somebody you attracted to? No.
Because they home with their moms and their moms just want them out the house by any means necessary. And the next way would be with another woman. But this is the reality. It works for women too. Women, if you are not in the career where you need to be, you have priorities to take care of, and you have children, and those children are sitting up in the house and they can't read, they don't have books, they have more toys than books. Your focus isn't going out and finding a man. Your focus is getting those kids straight and getting your house straight.
And let's do some real talk with that to the females. Do not think that, because unless you are better than the motherfucker and happen to come across a ball player or a rapper that makes bad decisions, do not think guys with good money are coming out here to take care of you and your failed mistakes. You heard, Mr. Man? That's exactly what we know happened. I tried to holler at you in high school, but you said I was a lame because I was studying and getting these good grades and shit and passing to the next grade. You were dating the thugs and gang members. But now that you got 5 babies and all these fucked up baby daddies, you want to come to me and be like, oh, Mr. Man, oh, that's your dad. You know, let me take you out. Let me go out. No. Fuck that. Yeah, that fucked up. I need you to take over, Shan. Somebody's ringing my doorbell. Hold up.
All right. I'm gonna play these messages.
It's very true that the nice guys always seem to go for the girls that everybody wants, that a lot of people are after, and it's so dumb because if these nice guys would like open their eyes for like a second and like look beside them, there's probably a girl right there. She's not the girl that everyone's chasing after, but she's the girl that's probably right for you, and it's the girl that probably is gonna end up loving you. But I think nice guys have a bad outlook on the desirability of women socially. I think they think like, oh, a lot of people are after this girl. She must be special in some way. But that's bullshit, because that's your relationship ain't like the stock market, Yeah.
Exactly right. You're right. Good guys tend to talk to the girl that they need about the girls that they want. So do women. Women tend to talk to the men who are great friends with them, that want to be more than friends, but may not be direct about it. They tend to talk to those good men about the bullshit ass males that they're trying to attract, that they can't get to because they can't see that this is the quality of man you need right here. You know what I'm saying? And usually those men actually pick up, that woman when she's broken from the man that she doesn't need in her life, but she can't see it. It works both ways. Good men do it and good women do it. And sometimes you get to a point in life where you either get bitter about it and you don't try anymore to find someone good, or you just keep believing that that person will come. I just need to focus on me and be a great person.
These are facts. I'm back, guys. These are definitely facts. I like what I'm hearing over here. Let's get to the next message.
Man, all these girls that are on here saying the bad guy this, the bad guy that all guys are bad. Shit. Fucking, they're the ones looking for the bad guys, and then they can't hang,
Yeah, it's JR, it's part of the experience. I feel like that's what you have to do is you got to get the bad guy to understand the value of the good guy. It sucks that this is the process, because, the good guy should just be taken when a lot of women meet him up front. But, because they haven't maybe had enough of the experience of the bad guy, or, like you said, they don't know what they're looking for yet, they're just going to dismiss the good guy. Oh, no, I'm not really looking for anything right now. Oh, no, I have a husband, blah, blah, blah. But as soon as Mr. Bad Guy come around the corner, which I haven't gotten his physical description yet, but we'll get to it when his turn come up. They well, maybe I'll give him a chance, because we know what they think about the bad guy. And there's one statement a whole bunch of women say about the bad guy, because he comes with compromise in a way of needing a whole bunch of change. And we're gonna get to that in a little bit. But let's get to these messages real quick.
Hey, what's up, Dungeon? I followed you. Hope you can follow me back, man. Have a good night. Hopefully we can talk soon. All right, brother.
All right, Blue Eyed Warrior. Appreciate you. I'll definitely get that follow back going.
Thank you, good kind sir. Takes one to know one. All right, brother. Have a good night. Peace.
Yeah, I knew what Mr. Man was about. I'm like, I've been here, brother. He said all the shit I've been saying. I was like, yeah, Mr. Man, he's had it.
Back up.
See, I have to say a bad guy is somebody who uses people and manipulates and is dishonest. And this goes for men and women. There are bad girls and bad guys out there. There's just bad human beings out there who only want what they want. They think of a person as an instrument to use them for their own pleasures or their own achievements rather than a human being or a sentient being that we all are. We're all super special, but we treat each other like shit. A bad guy also, like, I don't know if we're really wanting to get this dark, but, like, in my opinion, I think bad guys are definitely more of the aggressive and people who, sadly, commit a lot of, like, sexual harassment and sexual assault and who abuse women. So, I mean, that's definitely on the extreme portion of it, but I still believe that's a bad guy.
Gotcha.
That is like an example of the nice guy wearing the costume of being nice. But
Yeah.
once he gets bitter about the fact that he spent the money, he got the car, he got the clothes, he on the date, and she says no to coming to his place, then that's when he spazzes out. And sometimes nice guys get so upset that they did all that stuff and they're still not getting what they want. You can buy a woman the world and she can still say no to not coming to your place. You need to check yourself.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with that 100% because I wasn't even going to put the bad guys under the category of abusive.
Yeah, it could work both ways. People get limits and they don't know how to control themselves.
Exactly. That time goes on the you crazy. You know, when you start doing that, I wasn't gonna put bad or good on the abusive. I'm just like, listen, that's a whole nother situation. We talking about when it starts getting I'm gonna beat my woman. You know, so I definitely wasn't gonna go that far with it. But so let's take it a step further and let's figure out together, guys, what the bad guy is about. What does this bad guy look like? And then we're gonna go to the source first. We're gonna go to Shan and let her give her opinion.
Before we get into the bad guy, can I do a do and don'ts for the good guy?
Oh, you want to do it? Yeah, you know what? Yes, let's do that. A do and don't for the good guy. And then I'll give my opinion after that. Go ahead, shoot. Tell me.
So I'm gonna do the don'ts first and then the do's because I want to go negative to positive.
Gotcha, perfect.
For good guys, don't over gift. When you start over gifting to a woman, she looks at you in a way where she doesn't have to respect you because you're giving her all of this up front and she did nothing, right? So do not over gift. That is not the way, okay?
Facts, fellas.
Do not give a woman that you're just getting to know all of your time. And being overly available to me and I don't really know him is unacceptable because that tells me that your life is not in order to where you're prioritizing yourself and your lifestyle while I'm in it. And so I don't want to be your distraction and your downfall. I want to be someone that pours into you. So if you can stop your whole life to just be in a peace of mind, that's a problem for me.
Now, real quick before you go to the next one, can we put a pin in that and explain how to not look like you're desperate and have nothing but free time for the specific person? Because a lot of guys will be like, I don't feel like I do that. I just be available and I let the woman know. But how do you have to control yourself, if you will, in order to not come off as I'm so easily available for you, young lady? What do you think, Jan?
So this is what you do. If you want to let a woman know that you want to make time for her, then you make time for her. You give her an option of choosing yes or no to whatever day or time you made. And then you talk to her, you get to know her, and then you start to realize her personality. And then you give her another open-ended question or option. You know, anytime, maybe in a couple of weeks, if you want to do X, Y, and Z, just let me know. You're allowing her to give you feedback on if she even wants your time again. But some men don't even allow the space for feedback, and they just demand, let's go to such and such Friday at 8. Who the fuck told you Friday at 8 I didn't have something to do? Why are you bogarting me? Why can't you just be in the moment of right now? And you get reciprocation from another woman, and you're letting her know that you're open to future events, then that's when it's gonna go right. But you can't just be a placeholder in her life because you really like her. You got to gauge it.
Men, I need y'all to take notes on what Shan just told y'all. You understand how this timing and availability shit is very crucial to women.
Yes.
Like, there is a level of star that's a 5-star jewel she just dropped on y'all. Write that down, because there's a lot of y'all that are like, well, I'm not playing games. I'm being straightforward. Listen, man, it's not even about playing games. It's about how you come off.
Yeah.
And I definitely understand that. So I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Listen, I just know that was a very valid point that needed to be reiterated, because I know a lot of men didn't understand it. So you can go on.
Thank you. And another point to that point is, my friends who are men, who are businessmen, who are priority driven, I tell them, if you meet a woman and you're trying to get to know her and you're spending time with her and you really like her, the next week, just be unavailable. Not because you're unavailable, but you need to gauge how she acts and how she treats you because you're unavailable. How she checks in, how your discussions are, being that she can't see you. She can't have you spend money on her. She can't go on a date. She can't come to your place. And if you see her attitude change, then you know that's not the woman for you. Because a woman that wants the best for a man who was already busy when she met him wants to continue his business. She's not trying to come in there and stop you.
Yeah, but y'all listening to this? These are jewels. Let's go.
The next thing is, do not assume. Don't assume that this woman wants this. Don't assume that this woman won't want you if you tell her X, Y, and Z. If you tell her that you into Star Wars. A lot of beautiful women are nerds. A lot of beautiful women are into things that you probably wouldn't even think that they're into, because they assume that you probably think that they were weird if they mentioned it. So don't be afraid to be yourself and assume she won't be able to take that you are this way or your personality is this. Just be genuine.
Listen, don't assume, because when you assume, you make an ass out of you and me.
Listen.
Let me tell you, go on, keep preaching, Queen.
Do not do flowers unless you know for sure she loves flowers.
Yes. Woo-hoo! We should have done this before Valentine's Day. It's a bunch of dudes out there like, damn, I fucked up.
If you don't know that she loves flowers, don't bring her flowers. You know how many men before you brought her flowers? She's not going to be impressed. She's going to be like, okay, this is him. All right, he's just like this. And you're going to have her overthinking, while y'all should both just be in the moment. Do not overcall. Do not over text. For every 2 texts or 3 texts she sends you, send her 1. And I'm not saying send her 1 that's like, no, yes, I know, LOL. Like, send her a text response to what she's asking you or what she's saying with some details or some depth. Don't be a 1-word answer type person.
Yeah. Jesus, yo. Whew, I hope y'all got your notepads out, man. The
next one is, do not be too sweet. Because she's going to get a feeling like, oh, he must do this with all women, or he must think just because it worked on the women before, it's going to work on me. Well, I'm going to do this. And then you're going to allow that woman to automatically start doing mind games to see where you're at.
Oh, man.
So if you don't want that, then don't start it.
Exactly. Like that's definitely a place you don't want to get into. What else you got for us?
Do not overshare your thoughts about her. You know, if you really like her and you really like multiple things about her, give it to her piece by piece, not all at once.
Okay.
And don't spend too much time trying to make things perfect. It is okay to mess up and have a sense of humor. A sense of humor is more attractive to me than somebody trying to seek perfection.
Nice. Okay. I hope y'all got that do's and don't list down, people.
All right. So now I have the don't. I mean the do's. I have the do's.
Oh, wait. Oh, sorry. Man, I hope y'all got the don't down.
Okay, that's the don't. I got the do's. All right.
Yeah, we're going to the do's now. So get your pen and pads ready again. Let's go.
Okay, the do's are ease women into who you are and what you do. Okay. Pay attention and talk less.
Yeah. Can you repeat that one, please?
Pay attention to that woman and talk less.
Yes. Man, write that down. Let's go.
Ask direct questions, not generalized questions. Nobody really gives a fuck about what a woman's favorite color is in 2021. Dig deeper than that.
Exactly.
Take the lead on things and don't be insecure to taking the lead.
Let's go. Okay.
Text. I already talked about this. Text 2 to every 3 texts she sends you. Do interactive things with her, not going to the movies, not the typical let's go to this popular restaurant because everybody says it's popular. It's very intimate to go to a hole in the wall restaurant and try something interesting. Maybe you sitting on the floor at a restaurant for the first time. Maybe you're trying different cuisine. And if you want to surprise her and you need to know if she's allergic to anything, you can ask, hey, is there any foods that you're allergic to, and not blow your cover and say exactly where you're taking her.
Exactly.
Like, women love spontaneous things. We don't need to know every point A to point B to point C. We trust you, and that's how we're going to build our trust with you, is when you can lead and you don't lead us into no stupid stuff.
Exactly. Can I interject real quick?
Yes.
So, men, this is what that sounds like. Hey, you available Friday night? Yeah, I got free time. Okay, be ready by 9:30. I'm gonna take you somewhere.
Yes,
that's exactly what it sounded like. You saw how quick that was, and she will sit there and be smiling, grinning ear to ear.
Listen,
and you won't even know it. But that's one taking the initiative and being the if you want alpha male, you are, and showing her that you can lead and take her out and plan something, which it ain't that hard, man. Like, you can look at, ask her what she likes. Google the shit. Google restaurants. Google activities.
Yeah.
Google all the different stuff you can do in your area, and you don't have to spend a lot of money on it.
Get a blanket. Go to the park. Go eat in the park.
If you spoke to this woman and know what she likes, then you won't end up spending a lot of money, because you will have fucking found out what the hell she's into. And unless she goes, I'm about $1,000 plate dinners, which then you should probably leave her alone in the first place if you can't afford that. But if she don't say that, then what are you worried about spending a ton of money? Like, just the effort, I know, for women is a big deal. Putting forth the effort and putting everything together. You know what I mean? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I just wanted to throw that in there.
Well, you said my next one my next one was go to different places to eat. Like, that's very important to do. You get to gauge someone's awareness and someone's experience to try new foods.
Yes.
If someone does not, all they know is chicken tenders and rice and French fries, then you're gonna have an issue. But do you have the patience to, step that woman up levels? Some men don't. And it's nothing against you if you don't. Just be honest. But you need to take people out of their comfort zone of societies. Do something different.
Yep, these are facts. Chicken finger fries, we don't go on dates.
Listen,
that, man. If Future said something about where you taking your woman to, you probably shouldn't do it unless you actually Future.
And the last one, reciprocation of effort and good energy. If she's giving you good energy and you spend 99% of your time trying to turn her frown upside down, leave her alone. She's not unhappy with you. She's unhappy with herself.
Facts. Listen, men. Listen to that one. You can't make somebody happy who don't want to be happy.
Thanks.
And not for nothing. In the good words of Will Smith, it's not your job to make the other person happy.
No.
They be able to find their own happiness. What you are to do is to join them on their journey to being happy. You can't force somebody to be happy if they don't want to be. So that's not your job. Your job is to be there, to be a companion, to give options and offers to helping them obtain that happiness. But at the end of the day, being happy, that's an individual's personal situation. So don't forget that, because that goes for everybody, male and female. That's not, good guy, bad guy. That's male and female. So,
and this is males in general for me and for a lot of women. When a man takes care of himself, can groom himself properly, is confident, takes care of his health, takes care of who he is, how he shows up, can be of corporate, can be on the block if he needs to, can talk to someone that is homeless with the same respect he can talk to a millionaire. That's when a man is focused and happy in his career. I don't want to do nothing to that man but pour into him and research things before he needs it.
Ooh. Yeah, listen. Well, first of all, she talking about damn near as a unicorn. But listen, Shan, that was a unicorn you discussed. But listen, I know from personal experience, unicorns are out there, man. You know what I mean? Sometimes if you just take the time, you be like, yo, this man literally got all the shit I'm looking for. You know what I mean? And because enough women have, left him to the dirt, haven't, skipped over him, didn't acknowledge him. They thought he was lame and didn't have enough swag or whatever. And you got him. And because you know how to ask the right questions, as Shan was just saying, and how to talk, communicate properly, and get what you're looking for, you be able to discover that diamond in the rough.
Let me tell you something. What you got. There's nothing wrong with a man that used to be in the street, as long as he used to be in the street. And he
used to be.
Yeah, he now takes his business into property. He now takes his business into ownership and legal money. And he now knows that those moves were dumb to the point where they're not going to further him in the direction that he wants to go for growth, right? So I don't mind a man that once lived a life that was illegal, but now you've at a point where you learned your lessons, but you carry that same wisdom into your other businesses, right? And that's what it is. Like, I don't want to do anything to a man who's about his business and about bettering himself and takes care of himself. And the people that he's around, you see that they well taken care of because he is reciprocating the energy. They are reciprocating what they see. Yeah. So those are the people that you want to be around. There's no way I could be around a man that has money, has cars, lives a good life, and he lives in the projects. Or he has money, a good life, and then all his friends struggling.
Yeah, or he's struggling and all his friends struggling. You the wrong circle, and you the wrong man. So. Don't remember, ladies. Look at that. This is all important things. When you're looking at, look at that circle of friends. Look at a man's circle. His circle will show you a lot about what he's about. I'm telling y'all.
And if he doesn't have any friends and he doesn't talk to anybody, don't touch that one either.
Exactly.
Don't touch that one either.
There's something off about that guy.
Listen.
All right. Did we get through the list, or is there more?
Yeah, done. I'm done with the good guy.
Okay, all right. So Shan done dropped jewels for you good guys. I hope y'all took every single effing note down before you got to comment and asking questions. What'd you say over there? Oops, hello?
Yeah.
You got it? Okay. So what we gonna do now is we'll play these messages and then we gonna get to the bad guy. we gonna delve into what the bad guy's about. Let's play these messages though.
Pick the good guy every time. I don't care. All the women that sit there and say that they can't find a good man, no sis, bullshit. That good man's right there in your friend zone, and you're putting him on the back burner like a dummy. For real.
Kimby, tell him, sis. Let him know.
Good guys long term. I think bad guys are short term. So, and they're the most popular. So I would be the bad guy just to get her attention. Show her that I really am a good guy, Yeah, that probably won't work.
Nah, it ain't gonna work, because if you're in a genuine bad guy, they ain't gonna fall for it. The bad guys, they live that life. That's how they are. If you try to pretend to be a bad guy, it's not gonna work, because they know you're not a legitimate bad guy. They know.
Prime example. Look at Sierra.
Exactly.
She went from Future to Russell, and look at her life.
She went. Look, exactly. She went from the. Now I ain't gonna sit here. We ain't gonna act like Future's broke, because he's not.
He's not broke, but his mentality is very poor.
Yes. She literally. Yes. You know what? Sierra's the perfect example. That's what the difference is between going from a good guy to a bad guy. A bad guy to a good guy. Like you have. There's money in both aspects, but now you are being treated the way you want to be treated. You have a family, you have that all the elements you wanted in a man, along with the financial aspect.
Yeah.
With Russell Wilson, as you did the Future, who was like, I guarantee you ain't gonna cheat on you from time to time. You know what I mean? You don't have to deal with that. You can actually skip that step if you'd like. You know what I mean? Let's get through these resume messages. We'll get into it.
Facts. I just got here. Shout out to both y'all hosts. But all I know is I just got here, and all I hear y'all doing is stating some facts. Much respect. I like it.
Reef.
Appreciate it, Reef. Appreciate it.
Hey, man. So I was just wondering.
No.
Yo, how do you think he must have been one of the first messages that lagged behind?
I just have to ask, and what's good with you, Dungeon? What's going on? She Gets It pod. Your boy Brookington here. You mentioned if a man doesn't have friends or doesn't talk to anybody, for women to not talk to him. I mean, can you elaborate a little more on that? I mean, maybe a man such as myself, I'm very meticulous with who I choose to be friends with. So I may have just one or two friends, or I may just not, have interest in just talking to any and everybody about everything. So explain a little more on that. I'm not offended, by the way. I'm just interested to hear a little more.
Okay. So what I mean by that is a man that does not have friends around. He doesn't go out. He always says things like, man, you can't trust nobody. I don't trust nobody. I'm trying to do for myself and focus on my shit. Everybody be on some bullshit. And they might claim family that's doing good, right? And then when that family member comes up on something good, before they say, man, I'm happy for you, and they genuinely happy for them, they sitting there pouting and shit, talking about, man, why the fuck things never happened to me? Why? Man, that should have been me. Da, 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 da. And you have this negative aspect about people. But if you have two friends, and those are your two good friends, and you have them in your life as confidants, and you respect them, they respect you, I have no problem with that. I don't believe that you should have 100 friends and talk to 100 people, because you're going to spread yourself too thin. But you can have about 5 to 7 people that you have different perspectives where you can bounce ideas off of, and vice versa. And it's going to make you a better person. But you can't walk around this earth saying, I don't trust people. People ain't shit. I'm going to just do me, and I'm going to just focus on me, because everybody needs a support system. And if you're with a man, or you meet a man that thinks like, I don't need nobody or nothing, eventually, if you want that relationship to go further, he's going to find an issue with the fact that, why you on the phone with such and such too long? Why you always got to talk? So you got to talk, you got to call your sister every day? I don't understand that. Man, I just keep to myself. Oh, such and such invited us over for dinner, or such and such. Oh, I don't want to go. I don't know. Those are your friends. Like, you're cutting off ways that your relationship can bloom. You're cutting off opportunities that can get you in the door, because I don't know about you, but I got friends where they're in a completely different state, a completely different place, and they around the vicinity of someone that has a business or opportunity, and my name comes up in their head, and they pass along my information. So if you don't have friends, you're cutting yourself off in many ways. So that's why I say, if you meet a man and he doesn't have friends, he doesn't talk to anybody, he's very to himself, and he thinks he's the only one that can help himself in life, you're going to have a difficult time trying to bloom in that relationship.
Facts. Yo, she is dropping knowledge on y'all tonight, man. We definitely about to get into what the bad guy looks like. Let's play this last message, and we're gonna get into what the bad guy looks like real quick.
Hi guys, it's nice to see you. I just want to say shout outs to all the good guys, because sometimes good guys, they get told that they're boring, but my man is not only a good guy, he's a great guy, and I love him so much. I'm not into that bad guy. I don't want to even think of there being a possibility of me having to come put some money on your commissary when you in jail. I ain't into all of that. I'm not into any of that silliness. I think people get so caught up in a bad boy or what they think a bad boy is. Give me a good, wholesome guy who got morals, values, wants a family, and want to take care of his family and be there at night, when I'm there at night, and lay in the bed with me.
Ooh, Sister Vondell, you definitely deserve that good or great guy, that you got. You know what I mean? I appreciate that, because we were looking for one for the good guys. That's the point for the good guys right there, is we're about to get into the bad guys, and we're gonna do ladies first, as we always do. Where Shan, you get to go first. Please give the audience your definition of the bad guy.
Okay, so the bad guy, to me, in my opinion, not Webster's, is the guy that creates the illusion of his life is good. His life is fast. He clowns the people that put in the effort, start from the beginning, work their way up. He want to go from point A to point Z. He want to look like money instead of figuring out how money works. He wants to create enemies and be loud about it. He wants to be popular. He wants to be rich and not wealthy. He's very insecure.
Yes.
And he's not dealing with the foundation of what he claims he's trying to build. And anyone doing something different is a clown to him. Anyone going against the grain and doing it in a different way is stupid to him, is a chump to him. Anyone being able to move around comfortably without any enemies is a simp. Like, man, people try, you ain't shit. I got this, I got that, and they value into material, not into wisdom. That is a bad guy to me. A bad guy doesn't give a fuck about what he does, how he does it, and who it affects, even though it can be their mother, their father, their children, their brother, their sister. They think about them and them only. They live and die for them. They make moves for them, and folks like it. That is a bad guy.
Yo, I'm not sure if you were spitting a rap verse or if you were just talking, because God damn. Yo, let me tell y'all something, man. She described perfectly what we talk about, what the bad guy is. Now, I can give you more of a physical description of what the motherfucker looks like.
Holla. Your girl got merch. You already know where it's at. It's at www. There's 3 W's. whoisshan.com. Okay. I got my books are on that website. That is my personal website. You got the feed for the show for So What Page We On Bed. She gets a podcast and Cozy One podcast.
And if you go on the shops page, you will see all the shops. You will see Loudmouth Shop. Okay. You will see Cozy Womb Shop. You will see Who's Shan Shop. You will see She Gets It Shop. And you will see Mama's Cozy Closet Shop. All right. So get some merch. All right. Because if it don't move, I move it. Because I like to move it. Okay. I'm not going to have no merch just sit. If it ain't moving, it's telling me that y'all don't want it. And I want to continually create something that y'all want. So back to the show, but don't say I never told you so. Boost.
Go on your stereo app, scroll through, put in OG in your search. If that doesn't come up, put in Dungeon. Okay, I know he's up there. Add him to your following. Alright? Also, put in She Gets It Pod. Alright? Add it to your followers on the stereo app. Don't let me say this again. Let's continue.
You know, he gonna come on. He gonna have the skinny jeans and the coolest, the newest drip on. He definitely got a pair of Jordans on. Do not get it twisted. He got a pair of Jordans. And ain't gonna be no Balenciagas and all that shit because you ain't got to that kind of money yet because everything is a facade. Jordans is what you could afford. So you got Jordans or Timbs. We can do Timbs as well, depending on what part of the country you're from. And just like she said, everything else is to the T. You're only worried about yourself. You don't give a fuck about a lot of things. It doesn't matter if it affects you or your family. You use all for yourself. You're not looking long term for anything. Everything right now, in the moment. And just what can benefit you, what looks cool, everything is capping. You know what I mean? It's funny because people act like bad guys don't be capping. I'm like, the life of a bad guy most of the time is cap. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a bunch of bullshit you doing to make it look like you out here getting this money. You know what I mean? And listen, bad guys, if you're listening, we want you to comment and tell us how we wrong and how we got y'all all fucked up. Because I want to know why y'all out in these streets winning so hard. Because y'all are winning. Because the main reason y'all is winning is what? That a lot of females think that they can change you and make you a different type of person. But let me tell y'all something, ladies. You cannot change any male. Bad, good, lame, stupid, whatever, deaf, dumb. If a man does not want to change, he's not going to. And this the viewpoint you have on this bad guy, because that's why he winning so much, is it's the females. A lot of females like, oh well, I'm a natural nurturer by nature, and when I see a guy that doesn't have his life told together, I wanna be the one who gets him. Listen, we have numerous years of history of women who are showing that you can't change a nigga from doing nigga shit. Listen, Martin Luther King's wife couldn't stop him from doing nigga shit. I know it sounds like blasphemy during Black History Month, but do y'all know like Martin Luther King cheated on Coretta? You know what I mean? Like, come on, he was popping. Martin Luther King was a rapper back in the day, essentially. That's what a rapper was, what he was doing. He had a lot of groupies. He was a man, had a thick mustache. Chicks knew he could eat pussy. And they're like, yo, I'm trying to see what's up with Martin.
I seen the Wilson. I know what they could do.
Yeah. Come on, man. Listen back, and I'm not by any means saying brother Martin Luther King was a bad guy. I'm just saying, listen, if you're not, we have numerous years of proof that women are not able to change shit in a man. Why come y'all still be thinking you can do it?
Because some women love projects. And I love projects too, but I like home projects that improve my home, not people projects. And some women take on men as projects and they build them up and they pour in, knowing damn well he will never pour into you, even if you had 10 full buckets. Right? And they wait for that man to wake up one day and be like, you know what? I'm tired of getting my dick wet with strangers. I'm tired of not being right. I'm tired of not being a dad to my 10 children and I don't know their birthdays. I want to be good to you. Do wake up one day and they tired. But about, I want to say 92% of them don't. And so you don't waste at least 30 plus years of your time trying to wait a man out of his wholeness, and it's not going to happen, and you're going to be bitter and old and lonely.
And stop. We got to get this mentality right, especially this is for males and females, but females dealing with this type of dude. Stop thinking that because you caught him cheating with a certain female and approach that female that you're winning now.
No.
The problem is your man is cheating on you. Like not that, I found the woman you're cheating with and I approached her about it, so I'm winning. This is my man, blah, blah, blah. Wait a minute. Look at the nigga sitting next to you and be like, why are you cheating on me consistently? You don't have a job consistently. You're not motivated consistently. You ain't giving consistent. Well, you probably are giving consistent dick. You ain't consistent with your kids. You're not consistent with nothing except for cheating on me. And the one thing I'm gonna do is talk to another woman about that.
No, the only women who get cheated on need to talk to is the one that's in the mirror.
Yes.
Sometimes when a man cheats, it has nothing to do with you. I know great women who stay with men for 15 years, 20 years, and they just hoping and wishing that they just stop cheating. Oh, yeah, I know his phone is unlocked, but I don't want to look. As long as he respects me enough to not do it in front of my face. Oh, if any woman calls my phone, I'm going to call her back and I'm going to step to her and I'm going to cuss her out. You waiting for the next ticket for the next woman and the next woman, because no man wants to respect and stay with a woman that he knows is going to do so much for so little. Gonna take all of my bullshit and I'm gonna keep pushing it to see how much more bullshit she takes. They're not gonna stop if you keep accepting shit. And a lot of women feel like, you know what? I've known him for this long. So you know what? I've put up with this much. So one day he's gonna wake up and respect me.
We got kids together.
The thing is, exactly, I don't believe in staying for kids. I got 2 kids and I will never stay in relationships for them. And I explained that to my daughter, because you don't stay with a man that doesn't respect you, but a man can be a great father outside of the household if he puts in the effort, because that does happen, right? And it's all about choices that you make. But when it comes to men, you have to understand that just because a male is growing and he now has a man body, it doesn't make him a man. You got to deal with everything that comes with being a man. And a lot of males are not dealing with that shit. So you're going to get grown men in their 30s, in their 40s, in their 50s, insecure and feeling like the only way I feel like a man is by having a long list of women and coming and going how I want and treating them how I want. And when I come in the house, that's my house, so she can't kick me out. And I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want. And no, I'm not going to give her no ring because I don't trust her. You don't trust women in your life because you can't trust yourself.
Exactly. Yo, somebody clap it up for what Shan is over here telling. She's dropping jewels on y'all, man. This is fucking insane. And it's hilarious because these are the problems that people have that they don't understand. They're looking at it the wrong way. Like one of the biggest R&B songs in history that I ever heard, that I thought was the dumbest song ever made by a human being, was Mario Winans' "I Don't Want to Know." I don't want to know if you're playing me. Keep it on the low. I don't want to know. Is you crazy? I want to know before you even think about playing me what you about to do. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to sit here and just accept getting played. I'm not some dumb sucker that's like okay with this. I want to know if that's your issue, if that's what you do, and you're like, oh, I'm about playing people and I can't be trusted. Tell me at the beginning of this whole situation so I can get the fuck out.
Right.
You know? Because I only deserve that if you tell me from the beginning, hey, I have never been faithful to any relationship I've been in, so don't think this is going to be any different. And I'm like, I can change you. Then if you start cheating on me, this is not my fault.
And that is a man that can tell you straight up, hey, this is what this is. This is what I expect. Can you or can you not deal with it? If you can't, okay, that's fine. I'm not going to disrespect you. I'm not going to make you stay. You lay your shit on the table, good or bad or indifferent. You're worried about the facts before you're worried about the feelings, because the feelings is something individual people need to control. Your feelings is not up to my control. My feelings is not up to your control. So when you're a man and you can lay on the table, hey, I'm not monogamous. I believe I should have multiple women. I have the money financially. I have the intelligence, and I have the manpower to make sure I can protect, provide, and for all my women. Are you with it or are you not with it? Once you can lay that on the table to all the women you deal with, you are now a boss, my man. You have no reason to worry about who's going to find out, what somebody sees, who's talking. Your life is truth. But when you gotta hide shit and you think you a boss and you a player, and one person starts talking to another person, and then they start connecting the dots, and now you gotta, I gotta patch things up. I gotta troubleshoot things at home. Don't call me for like a week.
Yeah.
You're a boy.
You're not even good at what you're doing.
Boy.
Like, facts. So, all right, audience. So, Shan and I, we got to rest our palates because we've been laying out these jewels for y'all and got this good smoke coming out. So we're going to play some of these messages, see what y'all thinking. Make sure you feel free to comment. This is No Judgment Zone. We all adults here. And we talking about the good guy versus the bad guy. Right now, we are talking about the bad guy and why he's no good for you. Let's go on and play some of these messages.
Hello, Dungeon, and hello. She gets a pod, I must say. A good guy for me all day. A bad guy can't do anything for me but bring drama. Don't have time for that. Life is too short.
Listen, audience, to the experience in these females' voices when they're telling you about which side they picking. There's definitely some experience and time passing their voices to let them know I've had it with the bullshit.
I believe the bad guy's immature.
True.
Yeah, that's facts.
I believe that the bad guy is immature and needs to be more suitable for a good guy. But the bad guy is immature.
True.
All right. Say it again.
2 times.
They just a damn fool for even wasting their time doing something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Facts.
Both of you are spitting facts. I believe that the bad guy will always cheat and the good guy won't cheat. Or the good guy will stay with the female instead of running her over and cheating on her.
Okay.
I feel like a lot of men nowadays are very soft and not hard. But there's nothing wrong with being soft. It's just that they don't get the father figures in their lives or the mother figures in their lives to help them look past what they can do in life.
Now, what he said at the end of that is where I want to put a pin in it with what your upbringing is like. What you've seen coming up as to why you're acting like that. Let's get through this last message.
Hey, brother, how long you been a bad guy or a good guy? What role do you?
Not sure who they were talking to, but I definitely never said I was a bad guy. But so saying, back to what the last message about, the upbringing.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel that goes into what turns someone into a good or bad guy when they're in the dating scene? Like, how can the upbringing affect that? What do you think?
Tremendously. For instance, a boy not having his father in the household or not having a relationship with his father, and seeing his mom date a lot of men who are very flashy, loud, came and went when they wanted to. They wake up in their boxers walking through their house, stepping over their toys, and he don't know this man, and he going in the fridge eating up all his snacks and shit. So when I grow up, I want to pick and choose what women's house I go to, and I'm gonna eat all their food and shit, and I'm not gonna contribute nothing beneficial to the household. So that's the man I want to be. So okay, so you done created your son to be this man, right? Because those boys usually have women who went after Mr. Popular and who always was wanted in the streets. And maybe their moms were once good girls, right? Classic good girls and good women. And they chased the wrong man. And now there's no man there anymore. So any man that gives them a little bit of attention is what they go after. So they're learning, okay, even if I do this and I don't do right, I'm still going to get women because look at my mom.
Yep.
We got a lot of men coming through. And then for girls, especially for me, I have daughters. I don't date. I don't date because I don't want a lot of men around my kids. Before I had kids, I never dated a lot of men. I've only been in 5 relationships. I've only had sex with 7 people. I'm 33. Like, I'm very particular about when it comes to me and who I'm around and who I spend my energy with.
Yeah.
And for me, I grew up in a 2-parent household until I was 8. My parents were married for 13 years. It was a lot of negativity and friction in the household, but my mom tried to hold it together as much as she could. And when she couldn't, she did it by herself for a long time. You know what I'm saying? And what that showed me is you don't have to stay where you're disrespected. It's not that it's going to be easy doing it by yourself for a while, but you don't have to stay where you're disrespecting. You don't have to. And you can still be a great parent to your children and raise them and still have time for yourself and still set aside time for yourself. So it's all about balance. I'm not saying I'm a perfect person, and I'm not saying that everyone that I've talked to been a great bring them home, meet the family standard guy. They haven't, but I purposely dated outside my comfort zone. I purposely had everybody that I talked to have different personalities so I could figure out what the hell I liked.
Now, so you see what Queen Shan just explained to y'all is dating outside of your comfort zone. Those are crucial words right there because that's where everybody usually goes wrong. Let me ask y'all, the audience, a quick question. What's the definition of insanity? I'll tell you what it is. It's doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. If you are dating the same person, the same type of person over and over again and expecting him to be different, then maybe you're insane.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what a lot of y'all are doing out here. It's like, oh, well, I'm going to keep dating guys who have multiple baby mamas and have the swag I'm looking for and wear fake jewelry and all. Their whole career is based around being a rap artist. And, you know, they're out here talking about their days of old when they were the best and how many ops they've killed and blah, blah, blah. If that's what you're doing and you keep dating and you see it's not working.
Look at
I'm sorry, what you
Summer Walker is a music artist, right? Very popular today. She's talking to this producer named London or whatever. And he has 3 baby mothers and he don't take care of his kids. He don't do what he's supposed to do, right? And they all got the same story for him. And she turned around and now she's pregnant by him and now they got bad blood and she the 4th. And my is like, sweetie.
Yep.
You could have had
it. Change him, right? She thought she was gonna change him. You know, and it's I don't wanna because this will be controversial, but Laura London, Nipsey Hussle's current, late wife. She's not late, she's alive. The late Nipsey Hussle's wife. But she has a trend for
not married.
She with a new dude already?
No, he never married her.
Oh, sorry. All right. Nipsey Hussle's girlfriend. She is doing that. She does the trend of dating thugs in the industry. Before that, she got pregnant by Lil Wayne.
Yes.
Lil Wayne looks like a straight up cockroach. And doesn't know what political views he should have because he's always for the wrong side. and doing some bullshit. And then after that didn't work, she went right to Nipsey Hussle. Now, don't get it twisted. Nipsey Hussle definitely appears to have a lot more shit going on in the more
intelligent way.
And wanting to work for the people. So I'm not gonna sit there and act like Nipsey Hussle and Lil Wayne were on the same level. But it was, you need to be gang related, you need to have a certain look, you need to be a rapper, like she wouldn't just date, it seems like a regular guy who who might have been from the industry and had his shit together and wasn't either a gang member or what have you. You know what I mean? And we see this happening a lot. And I just want to tell everybody out there, when somebody shows you who they are, please believe we all remember the tragic life-ending story for Nipsey Hussle. Yes, he was doing what was, what he felt was right and was for our culture and was benefiting people. And somebody still came and shot this motherfucker in the head.
Yeah.
Out of hate. Because he was in a gang and he was also, still too much around that old life. Yeah. You know what I mean? People who don't know how to give that lifestyle up are never going to be able to benefit you because you can't progress into the future if you so focused on your damn past and what you were about back in the day. You know what I mean? What do you think, Shan?
Same. And I feel like if Lauren London was with a quote unquote good guy, she would have already been married.
Would have been married, would have had. Listen, Sierra, the fucking the blueprint. I mean, this might be a little controversial here, but we go to what Jay-Z looked like with Beyonce, okay? Because this is ultimate couples goals for a lot of people.
That's not
couples goals. Let's think about this now. What do you think, Sharon? Before I get into my lecture about Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Jay-Z and Beyonce, I feel like there was to me, in my perfect fields, there was a general relationship built there from when she was very young. And business-wise, they mesh, right?
Yes.
And who would equate to being next to me as a woman that I am in business like this? Nobody except you. Who would equate to being a woman next to me in business? Nobody except you. And I think they made it work. Right? And we look at them today and they're making it work. We don't know what their relationship is really like when the doors is closed and cameras around. We have the illusion of what that could possibly be like, but it works for them, right? Everybody can't be billionaire money, Beyonce and Jay-Z. So I'm not looking at that as goals. We need to figure out what our own personal goals are for our relationships. Because the reality for me is, I don't think I could live with a man. Right? I think I could live with a man day in and day out, share the same house, be within the same space, and be 100% happy. Because that is not how I work, right? And I think you just need to find who works with you in the relationship that you have, and everybody else's thoughts about it. Fuck it. Like, y'all not in this. It's two people in this, right? And that's what it's about. Nothing about my relationship is going to be traditional. I know that from the jump. But some people need something traditional because that's how they feed off of. So I can't say no one's relationship out here in society that's popular is my goal, because I am very unconventional.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I'm gonna add in there that people who are popular out here shouldn't be your goal in the first relationships, because half their relationships are super fucked up. I don't know anybody out here who's like, Cardi B's my relationship goals. So you want an ugly ass husband who continues to keep cheating on you every other month, and you stay with him because y'all both is getting money and have a child together? No, I don't. Like the Kardashians. We only date black men to get pregnant by them, have children, and then go on and divorce them or leave them in a bad breakup. Like,
congratulations to Kanye's final divorce today.
Oh, we got to keep him on suicide watch. I don't want to sound fucked up. Keep Kanye on suicide watch. Listen, Kim Kardashian was his dream woman. I don't know if y'all noticed or not about Kanye. He was obsessed with the fact that Kim Kardashian was like he finally got that. Remember, he made a diss song, and a really good diss song, to her 72-hour husband, Chris Humphries. And like he was all about, he wanted Kim so bad, had the kids with her and all that. And even Kim couldn't put up with the nonsense that this brother was doing. So, why are these y'all goals? These shouldn't be goals for you. These are not successful relationships. These are high-end financial relationships that happened overnight and didn't work out, as you can see. But these are not relationship goals. You know what I mean? And we want all of our listeners to make sure you feel free to comment. We clearly are talking about the difference between good guys and bad guys. We're getting in depth with it, with the relationships and how it works out. You feel free to share your stories with us if you did a good guy or bad guy, how that worked out for you. It's myself and Shan. This is Friday Night Talk. Make sure you follow myself and Shan. We got content and controversy for you guys whenever we have a show, and we do not judge here. We're all adults, and this is what it is. We just kind of want to know what y'all thinking, how y'all feeling out there. So make sure you speak to us. We'll definitely respond, get through all these messages. But
before you hit this message thing, you know what I hate when people get in relationships and they ready to take the family pictures and they ready to it's our such and such anniversary, but when you get off of work and you get home, you sitting in that car for an hour.
Yeah,
you're hating the fact that you got to walk in this house with this person. Anybody, when you at work and your boss be like, does anybody want to stay for overtime? You first, because you know that this person's at home. You want to get home as late as you can so you don't have to hear them talk. You ain't got you got to excuse them why you didn't. I don't want that relationship.
No, that is not healthy at all. What you just said, I actually lived that in my previous relationship.
Oh my God.
And it was me and my ex was so bad off. I was just like, you know what? I would literally get home, and I lived in the hood, and I still sit in the car and be like, I want to get out and go into this building and have to deal with this bitch. I'm like, can I find a way? And then on top of that, she'd be like, why don't you call me on the way home? I was like, call and talk to the person I don't want to see.
Yes.
On my way home from work.
Right.
You kidding me? Like, yo, me and her, we had real communication problems. I'm gonna give y'all some blush gems right here. If you are a Virgo and you are an Aquarian, a Virgo male and an Aquarian female, do not date each other. It won't work. Look this shit up. We'll tell y'all, yo, the best you can do is have a business venture together, and that might not even work. But do not try to find love together. Virgos and Aquarian females, don't do it. It's going to be miserable for both of y'all. Trust me, I've experienced it, and I experienced it for over 2 years. Worst time of my fucking life. So that's the best advice I can give to y'all. Virgos and Aquarians, male, female, it don't work. Just go on to somebody else, please. Look somebody else that work better for you. But before we get to these messages, the shocking news, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give you. Jay-Z is the good guy we're talking about. Jay-Z is a good guy who's insecure, did everything Jay-Z does from what I've seen. And I got a sociological background. I'll tell you this. It comes from insecurity. Like, even if you know about how he won't ask to jump on a hot track that you did, he will come into your studio, listen to it, leave, be like, yo, that's cool, leave, and then have his manager or somebody else call you back and be like, yo, Hov want to jump on that. Come on, man. I'm not making this up. This is how he does business. You know what I mean? Like, he has a lot of insecurities. When he had that beef with Nas, yo, the reason, okay, we can do this argument all day. Was Ether better? Was Super Ugly better? Blah, blah, blah. I don't need to get into that with y'all. I'm going to tell y'all this right now, how I know Ether won against Jay-Z. If you know how that night went when it got released on the radio, Funkmaster Flex, dumbass, was playing it over and over again on the radio, dropping bombs. Long, Max Flex. Oh, Jay-Z, you need to talk to me right now. Shit's getting crazy out here. He was the worst at doing what he did.
I hate his voice.
Yeah, I hate his voice, but this motherfucker instigated to the point where Jay-Z dropped Super Ugly that night. It wasn't even supposed to be dropped, but because of what Nas was saying in Ether about his looks, how he ain't getting no bitches, how, everything has hurt his feelings. You know what I mean? Like, this is what, and I'm only saying this to describe what a good guy who's insecure looks like. This is Jay-Z.
You pop boho, you trying to work it out, trying to get brolic.
Yo, come on. Look at what he's saying. Yo, go look at the lyrics to Ether, man. If you were a good guy that wasn't that attractive, what Nas said would have broke your fucking spirit, yo. That's all I'm saying. Like, and so we're going back to when you're a good guy, you have to learn your lessons and learn your place. Like, sometimes, these bad boys out here, they're going to say some shit that's going to hurt you. And, you got to be like, man, rub that shit off and keep moving. Jay-Z is a good guy who was like, I need my shit to look like I'm out here winning. I'm sorry. Jay-Z is fucking winning. I mean, he's going to sit there and pretend like he's not. He's winning because he's smart. You could also be smart. Yeah. So Jay-Z has his shit together. He's got the woman that, all of y'all want to see him with, or that you want, at least pretend he's with. Mm-hmm. And you're going from there. But, like, that's an example of what a good guy looks like after he's learned life lessons and learned this is what it's going to take to make me get to where I need and get what I want. But he also he cheated on Beyonce.
Listen.
What? I mean, what
Sir,
else do I say?
You got this face. You have these knees. These knees? And you gonna cheat on me?
You have, hold on, let's do it. He got the face of a camel, and you got the knees of a camel. Yeah, yo. You got the full face, and you got a functioning camel body. And you cheated on one of the hottest African-American women on the fucking planet.
I say this. If Beyonce can take Jay-Z with a stuffy nose, a cold, and a morning face, honey, girl, I cannot be you. You got that hands down, because I couldn't.
Yo, don't get it twisted. I'm pretty sure Jay-Z be laying that pipe, though. He got to be laying that pipe. Like, when you look that bad, the one thing you better be good at is that pipe game. And Jay-Z, he about 50, 52 now, something like that. So that pipe game, he probably breaking Beyonce's back. And on top of that, he's equivalent with money. So a woman's going to look at him like, well, he's not attractive, but we done built this empire together.
It's a thing that pretty girls like the roughest looking men.
Ooh, and she got bottom of the shoe rough.
Listen, it's a thing. I don't know what it is. Like, I have a friend who's just naturally just beautiful, right?
Uh-huh.
And she'll send me pictures of the most scruffiest, most bad-bodied men and be like, he's so fine to me. I'm just like, girl, where? Where do you see
it? Well, don't get it twisted now, Sharon. These bad-bodied, scruffy, ugly dudes also know where their power lies. Like, they're going to promote themselves as, hey, girl, look at my lips. You know what I do with these lips? And the girls are like, ooh, if he eat this pussy with them lips, well, I might have multiple orgasms. You know what I mean? Like, the ugly guys, they have the gift of gab.
They have to, because they have to. Like, that's the reason why Lil Wayne had so many women.
Ooh.
It's confidence. It definitely ain't his face.
Yo,
he's not tall.
Lil Wayne looks like a cockroach that is constantly dying and won't die. Like, he done hit with every version of rage he got, and you just can't kill him.
His confidence is elite, and that's why he got the women that he got at the time.
Yo, Lil Wayne be talking about how I don't even know the name of these new rappers that are right now. And don't get it twisted. Lil Wayne is a great rapper. I will give him that, especially now. His rap life is great. But when it comes to when women are like, oh, I'm all in Lil Wayne, he turns me on, I'm like, girl, you must be blind. But
girl,
let's get to some of these messages. We don't want to hold them up too much.
What's up, man? This is Toledo, and I was wondering what I was saying to the brother man when he talking about that he a good guy and he gonna lose his girl because she want a gangster. So I was asking how long he been a bad guy, because it seemed like if he don't know how to be a bad guy, then he ain't got bad guy in his blood. He ain't got it in his blood. He needs to get on the book. Let us old schools, I said old schools, teach him again.
Yeah, I don't think he was a bad guy. I think he was just a good guy that got fed up and got smart.
Yeah. And Murphy 43, please upgrade your avatar to match your voice. Thank you very much.
See what you said? You said you only been in 5 relationships.
How his voice keep changing?
You probably was living
There's somebody else.
Probably had like maybe one man. You fell in love, because that's how it was. The disciplinary wasn't such as a functioning of whooping you with a stitcher cord of the belt and peeling off your skin. There's something that the truth of righteousness created, and not your mother, because she couldn't create anything, and your father sure didn't go in the womb of your mother to create anything. I think that the understanding that you're saying is that, first of all, everybody should understand that the truth of righteousness play a part in all things to have a relationship with such a functioning. I mean, of any function of a conversation or making love or anything.
Okay, I'm confused. You lost me.
Yeah.
You said something about me only having 5 relationships and I've only probably been in love once. I can honestly say that I've been in love 3 times. But just because I'm in love doesn't mean that the relationship is A1. Like, it's better to understand that you can love somebody, but that doesn't mean y'all belong together in order for y'all to be the greatest people, right? And you got to separate yourself. You can't run a relationship just based on love.
Yeah, it has to have all aspects there. I'm surprised. I couldn't even understand what the brother was saying, to be honest with you. So I was
at the end, he lost me. I think he was getting like philosophical, but he lost me. But the most part, you don't have to be with 100 people to understand what a bond is, chemistry is, what it means to reciprocate and pour into somebody and have standards and have a moral compass.
Exactly.
People have the illusion today that, I got to try this and I got to try that. And I've never been here and I need to take this person here. And we need to take pictures together because that's what you do in a relationship. You do what you do in your relationship because that's what you want to do in your relationship.
Yeah. Don't pretend and try to pretend that you got that going on and you really don't.
Yeah.
That just makes you a phony.
Listen.
Go on to these messages.
My friend here, Justin, he's taken and he's cracked at Fortnite, my guy.
All right. We need to block her. Next.
Guys, I think I've had pretty decent relationships. I would consider myself a pretty good girl. My question to you, at least, Dungeon, is if you knew it was bad and you knew she was not your person, why put yourself through that? Do you think it's because maybe you were still trying to heal from, certain past or certain wounds?
Well, Leanne, the answer is simple. BBD gave us the answer where it was called "Never Trust a Big Butt and a Smile." With us men, we're very visual, so we will lower our standards because your body and your face is right. You know what I mean? I've done it myself. This is a drastic mistake we will make where you just I don't like a woman that gives me one word answers, but good God, her ass is crazy. You know what I mean? Or I don't like a woman that, says she can't cook or clean, but her face is gorgeous. Her face is beat. She got nice toes, and I'm pretty sure she's going to be crazy in the bedroom. That's what men will lower their standards for. You know what I mean? And that's why we're having this whole conversation, because women will lower their standards usually for a whole nother set of reasons. Men, we just literally most likely are on the physical aspect of it, where it's I haven't seen a chick this bad in quite some time, so I'm going to tolerate the bullshit she's coming with, and with me personally, there's a limit, I can't let you get away with everything. But there's some stuff that I will compromise myself on and be like, she's so fine. I'm going to not worry about if she got a job or not because I'm maybe gonna take care of her. You know what I mean? Like, it usually wouldn't even be like that, but our standards and as far as what we will and won't tolerate, usually for males, comes with looks and the physical aspect of it. What would you say it comes with for females, Shan?
What we won't tolerate?
Yeah, like when you are willing to lower your standards and compromise in a negative way because of a male. What reasons would it usually be?
Ooh, I would never lower my standards on hygiene.
No, I don't think anybody should lower their standards on that. That's bad.
People do. People do.
Yeah, no, that honestly, I don't care how bad you are. If you ain't smelling right, I don't give a fuck. Like, that's not an option. Yeah. That is non-negotiable. Wash your ass, brush your teeth, be clean and smelling good when you come to see me. That's actually disrespectful.
That's why when I see young men or older men who sag their pants and show their drawers, I don't need to figure out who you are. Thank you for showing me. You immature and you still lost within yourself. Be good.
Clearly, easily still lost within yourself.
Because the sexiest thing is a man that knows how to dress and his clothes fit.
Yeah, easy. You know what I mean? Let's just get back to these messages.
Man, that's not insecure. As a real businessman, it says in the word of the truth to think of wisely. Just like it says to think of your friends wisely. Think of your wife wisely. How y'all said y'all didn't want to be in relationships too. Pay close attention to the things that you do tell other people. Just like this nigga Kim Kardashian, this little dude. Well, guess what? They divorced. They seem to be happy, but all of the time they are not. All of the time in the depthness of the souls of themselves, they wish they could hold one another. All of the time the darkness pulled them down because they lacked an understanding that was necessary for their life. But I forgot everybody made mistakes in life. But then all of the time a nigga criticize what they do. But I guess I understand because them niggas be criticized too. All of the time, like, you might think I'm criticizing what y'all said. But all of the time I'm not. I think y'all just having fun. But there's so many things serious in life out here.
Sir.
Is he rapping?
Exactly. My thing is this. I don't know what your point is that's not insecure. What are you addressing that was said that's not insecure?
All right, Murphy, we're gonna do this like this. Get your avatar to match your fucking voice. And two, stop talking in fucking riddles and explain what the fuck you're saying. I don't understand what you're talking about, my man. Like, either say straight up what you mean and don't stop fucking rhyming to me and get your avatar to match your fucking voice. This next message better not be you. I'm gonna be really mad, fucking Murphy.
It's Jay-Z. Is he a narcissism?
What?
She said, is Jay-Z narcissistic?
Wouldn't you be if you were the top paid rapper businessman? Businessman?
Yeah, I don't care what I don't like at that point. This man's making more money off of hip hop than anybody ever did.
Yeah.
He has found his way into politics.
Yeah.
NBA, NFL, all types of ownership. He rubs noses with the biggest and most important people in all industries. Yes. I'd be a bit of a narcissist. You know what I mean? So, which is also why, like, even when he made the album, he apologized for cheating on Beyonce, but the excuse was, even though it was a threesome. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you're damn right. You better cheat on Beyonce with a threesome, motherfucker.
Not even that. This man apologized for cheating on his wife and figured out a way to convince his wife to make it an album, to make it a business, to make some money.
That's crazy.
Like, let's profit off of this, and if I'm gonna tell the truth, I'm gonna profit off of this too. And these interviews.
So here was the conversation. She's like, motherfucker, I can't believe you cheated on me. He's like, yo, be chill. Well, I'm sorry, but you have to understand. Look at this from a positive view. You're like, nigga, what you talking about? Yo, you gonna make an album called Lemonade? Shit's sour right now. You gonna come out. You gonna talk about the divorce. We ain't gotta do a tour. Just do the songs about how I cheated on you, how I ain't shit, blah blah blah. And then I'm gonna make an album called 444, where I'm apologizing the whole time and talking my grown man shit. Then we gonna go on tour with it, and we gonna make billions.
Yeah.
All right, Daddy, I guess I could do that. Now
you like yellow, the bees, the lemonade. It all goes together. The sugar.
Yeah, that's relationship goals, people.
That's business. Their relationship is a business.
Exactly. Like they understand what they are about. You're probably not going to see them get divorced because they understand there's too much money involved. They got all these kids involved. And not for nothing. Jay-Z will never be able to accomplish a woman of that stature again to be with. You know what I mean? So he has to stay with her. Because even if they got a divorce, what you coming up with an Instagram model after that? That ain't shit. You had Beyonce. Beyonce is revered as a goddess. You know what I mean? Like, and your monkey camel looking ass was like, I think I can cheat on you too. Listen, insecurities, men do all kinds of shit for their insecurities. And Jay-Z is a prime example of what an insecure man looks like and the decisions he will make. And
even with all the money.
And he got all the money. And we're not even past step 2 of, talking about the bad guy versus good guy. We just trying to tell you what the bad guy looks like. And Jay-Z is definitely not the bad guy. That's what a good guy looks like.
So much money that we don't even know who this bitch was that he cheated on him with still.
Exactly. But he has so much money that he shut them all the fuck up and was like, listen, y'all will not talk about this threesome. You will not make any books about this threesome. If you do, you will owe me all the money that you made off of the threesome. So that's what good money will get you and get you through. You know what I mean? Message.
Okay, I don't know if anybody caught that last one from Murphy, but right on, brother. Right on.
I don't know how you caught the last one from Murphy because I didn't even catch the last one from Murphy, to be honest with you. Matter of fact, he got yelled at about his last performance.
I wanted to catch it. I can understand.
Yeah, I don't know what this nigga's saying. Like,
my question is, how do you get to a point of no return when that point never existed in the first place?
I'm sorry, say that again?
I said, sir, go to bed. He need to go to bed.
Yeah, right. You don't get philosophical on our asses.
I have a serious question here, and I know probably you'll answer it with full honesty, and that is, what does the man really feel about his wife being the breadwinner? And I'm talking about like she's the provider of the family. How do y'all really feel about that as men? Because some men can't handle it.
All right. So I guess I'll take this one up front. Nowadays, me personally, I'm not gonna sit here ego tripping on my wife making more money than me. If I'm the leader of the household, I'm the leader of the household. It don't matter how much money she makes, as long as she respects me as the leader and knows that my word is just as valuable as hers, and that I am the one who is going to lead us in certain decisions. She can make all the fucking money she wants. Doesn't bother me at all. Now, it will bother an insecure motherfucker.
Exactly.
Like, who's like, oh, well, I need to make more money than my woman. But you may not qualify to make more money than your woman. If you luck out and fall on, a doctor falls in love with your fucking retail sales ass, you're not going to make more money than her. But if you got your shit together, she will still follow your lead. And it doesn't mean you're less of a man. Men, please, listen to this. It does not mean you're less of a man because your woman makes more money than you.
Right.
If anything, appreciate the fact that y'all have a living that you're making together and that you're contributing. This is not the 40s, 50s, and 60s with our grandparents where it was, women couldn't even work. You know what I mean? And men had to go out and provide the house, all the money and all that. It's not going to be that nowadays, especially if you're dating a black woman. A black woman, as they will show you, is some of the top educated and most, hired female out here in these streets. So if you want to date a black woman and you ain't Barack Obama with that type of level of education, you probably going to end up making less than her, young brother, especially as a black man. You know what I mean?
There are some men out here who do not want to be with a woman with a degree for that reason. and that's fine. That's their preference. But this is my thing. If you think your money makes you a man, then you're already insecure. You are not a man to begin with. The man is within himself. Yes. Even homeless people have leaders. And they ain't got no money. They ain't got no house. They don't have no shelter, right? Mm-hmm. Your leading is within your personality, your moral compass, your dictatorship, right? Yep. Your ability to guide. And today, let's say if I was married and I did make more money, but they required me not to be in the home as much, and I still wanted a family. My man is a man if he could be home, take care of the home, take care of my children, teach my children, and maintain my lifestyle because of my man. Because if my man was not there, I would not be able to be outside of the home and making that money and having that lifestyle.
Facts. And so what are we supposed to say here? I'm the man, I run the household. So if you lose your job, your wife's just supposed to be like, well, I can't keep making money because I can't make more than this nigga or it's going to fuck with his ego. You know, right. No, like y'all are a team. People don't understand this. A relationship is a team concept. It's not I handle this shit. Now look, yes, the man, if you are following traditional values, should run the household. And that does not mean you can't run it just because you make less money. Y'all got to understand this. And especially if let me tell you something, man. This is going to hurt, man. This is going to hurt male ego. My man, if you don't have the educational or work background to make a certain level of money, how dare you sit here and talk to a woman about, I can't date a woman that makes more money than me. You should be happy someone is making more than your monkey ass. $10 an hour ain't shit. Right. Shit, $15 an hour ain't gonna be shit. Unfortunately for y'all who are looking forward to that, when it comes out, $15 an hour ain't shit. That is still gonna be $30,000 a year if you don't do the math. So, for men who are saying I gotta be the breadwinner, listen, if you're not a 6-figure nigga or a 7-figure nigga, stop it.
Yeah,
stop it. And if you're not willing to let your wife be a stay-at-home mom, stop it.
Let me tell you something. For your one kid, you paying at least $800 or $900 a month outside of your income for child care. So let's you have 2 kids, right? You're going to have to figure out, is it worth you staying at home, not driving to and from work, not buying outside lunch, not paying for 2 kids to go to daycare, and you teach our kids at home, and you maintain the home, and you maintain yourself at home, and you drive when need be? Or should you go outside the home and we pay damn near $3,000 a month for just daycare and somebody else to not teach our kids, and we still struggling with our 2 jobs?
And you niggas already don't want to take care of these kids that you got. You know, so you sit here now. All of a sudden, you're like, "Oh, I'm worried about being the breadwinner." Mother, sit your ass down somewhere. I can't stand that nonsense.
But you know what it is too. Our parents, the way that our fathers showed love to their families is by providing, right?
Yeah.
And the way that our man showed that he loved his wife and he loved his kids is he made sure that they had a home. He made sure he could pay for that home. He made sure he could pay for the things that he need. And that's how men back in the day showed their affection. It wasn't emotional. It wasn't physical. It was, you got shoes, don't you? You got clean water, don't you? You got a house, don't you? You go to school, don't you? You got money for your books, don't you? Don't say I didn't love you. But it's more than that today. And maybe men today are upset because they got to do more than go to work.
Yes, you do have to do more to go to work, but also to the piggyback off what you just said, unless your wife is a fucking hater and she's making more money than you, you can still say that to your kids today. You're not gonna be like, the kids are gonna be like, well, I just broke down both of y'all paychecks, and I see that mommy is actually the one paying for the food, the clothes, and half of the mortgage, and you're just paying all of the mortgage, and you're broke, daddy. You know, nobody's gonna say that. So, like, what as a man would make you think? Listen, this is especially black people. Black people in relationships, y'all got to understand. Put all that ego shit aside. It's hard enough to make it nowadays.
Yeah.
We're in a pandemic. Jobs are scarce, and you worried about being the bread maker. Fuck, if your wife making $2 an hour more than you, and you got a job that's got you set for retirement, and still bringing in consistent money every week, then that's what it is. She still loves you the same. You know why? Because you're actually doing something. You're not trying. You're doing, nigga. I don't like people don't understand. It's a lot more important to do than it is to try.
You know how many people? You know, people don't tell each other the truth because they worry about their feelings.
Yeah, especially in a relationship.
I'm not doing it.
Nope. Sorry, not at all. So let's get some of these messages.
Would you guys agree? That the nice guy finishes last, or do you think that everybody should strive to input a little bit of bad into themselves?
If y'all don't get y'all fucking avatars together, boy, this shit get on my nerves. No, I don't agree. In my personal opinion, I don't agree that nice guys finish last. Nice guys finish when they finish, and they're usually on top because they've taken the time to establish themselves and get their shit together. What do you think, Shan?
Exactly. Nice guys don't finish last. Nice guys finish when they choose to finish. Nice guys start when they choose to start. The illusion is I'm losing out on something because I'm not doing what everybody else is doing.
Yes.
And when you're not doing what everybody else is doing, when it's time for you to retire, you're going to be able to enjoy your lifestyle because you kept things low key and you focus in on the long game. Everybody that's out here living it up, drinking, doing whatever they want. By the time they want to settle down and be with somebody that actually gives a fuck about them, they find out that they got this disease. They find out that their kidneys are failing. They find out that, the girl that what everybody wanted got 5 kids and she's single now and she bad built. And they looking around like, man, I guess I'm gonna take these golds out and these jewels out my teeth and I'm gonna get veneers. Every rapper that had golds is getting veneers now. Teeth look like chiclets.
Yep, exactly. Plies got his ass. He's been smiling all week. I'm like, Plies, come on, man. Like, come on now.
Take care of yourself as a lifestyle, not, when I get older, I'll do it. Because when you get older, you do it, you ain't gonna have shit left.
Exactly. And ain't nobody gonna want your old ass either. Get out of here. Message.
Yeah, that guy was talking like the Penguin, the Joker, or whoever does the rings. I'm going through a breakup, so what is some good advice to get through a breakup?
Shannon, I'm gonna let you take that first.
I just did a show on this 12 tips about a breakup on She Gets a Podcast. What are you finding trouble with the breakup? Is it forgetting the person? Because that's easy. Focus on what you like. Focus on what you're good at. Focus on what you were doing before that person even came into your view. Like, that's very easy. It's all about self-control. If you don't have self-control, then you're going to fumble on everything. It's not just, I can't forget about this person, or, this person made me feel like shit. The only person that can make you feel like shit is you making yourself feel like shit. So what are you struggling on?
These are facts. Let her know so she can get back to you, bro. Nope. Next.
A wise man once said,
"Here we go.
As long as she has a job and a face, I'm good."
Please tell me that you guys recorded this, because I've been dying to ask this question and get an answer like the one you guys have given. Please tell me where I can find this after, please. I just answered that question about being the breadwinner as a woman. Thank you for answering.
Lupita. You can find this on the Stereo app after we record, and I will be putting this on She Gets It podcast probably on an episode later this week.
There you go. Yeah, either of our pages will also replay it for you on this.
Who goes there?
All right, failed. All righty. So now to the next topic I wrote down, because we've been going in depth and everything. If anybody out there has some bad boy or bad success stories, I'd like for you to call in and tell us. You know, we don't want to only bash the bad guy. We want to hear, hey, I had a bad guy. He turned out to be really good. You know, we have a family together. We're doing this, that, and the third. Everything is great. Let us know. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. The bad guys are for some people. Shit, they're winning. Like women, a lot of women are tolerating y'all. So what is it that y'all are doing that people is so tolerable and becoming a success story for y'all? You know, and I'm gonna ask Shandy, do you have any bad boy success stories where you did a bad guy and you were like, that it almost worked out, but then this happened?
I wouldn't even call him a bad guy. I would just say that at the time that I met him up until now, he's growing out of his insecureness. He's finding a way to live within his truth, because when I met him, I was 18 and he was 26 or 27. And because he was older, he manipulated the situation. And now what I can say that's a good thing is we have a 3-year-old. She's beautiful. She's smart. He's always been a great father. But when it comes to women, he's just very shitty with that. But it's really a personal reflection of what he thinks about himself. But what I will say, the success within that is we have a child that we both pour into daily. So,
yeah,
you know.
It's still working out. Okay, cool. Yeah, all right. So, you know, there you got our shared success story of she wouldn't even say a bad guy, but we'll just throw a bad guy out there. Well, what about our listeners? We're trying to hear some bad guy success stories if you guys have any for us. And I always want to say, because the next topic for me was also to remember that you can't change shit.
Yes.
I really can't stress this enough. Ladies, to men, whoever you are dating, you are not going to change that man. I don't care what his issue is: drugs, sex, infidelity, education, relationship with his parents, relationship with his children, job, whatever, what have you. If he does not want to do it himself, there will be no changes made, no matter how good the pussy is, how attractive you are, how intelligent you are, what psychological background you have, what sociological background you have. You are not going to change this man. You know.